You know, for the last week, 2 weeks, I've kept my mouth shut. I've observed. I've processed. I've thought about it. I've looked at it. I've heard every single argument. Let me tell you something, okay? Roman Reigns versus The Rock is one of the biggest matches there is. But it's happening at the wrong time now. I still want to see the match. All right? I still want to see it. In fact, I want to see both. I want to see both. I want to see Roman fight The Rock night 1. And I want to see Roman fight Cody night 2. Because Roman can do it. There's one man in this whole picture that I can't stand. I don't know who Seth Rollins thinks he is. He is the secondary champion. He is number 2. Nobody cares about him. And he can't seem to get that through his thick skull. Let me tell you something. Everybody's all, in one of my videos, they're all like, oh, you know, wrestling's fake and this and that. Yeah, everybody takes it so seriously. It's just what happens to be what I say that people don't like sometimes. But guess what? Too bad. It's pretty obvious. If you have a brain, if you have eyes, you're seeing that people care about 3 people here. Cody Rhodes, The Rock, and Roman Reigns. Nobody cares about Seth Rollins. I think the invention of that title was a mistake. Big time. But it is what it is. It happened. We feel like, you know, the crybabies don't want people to, you know, be there every single week doing this and doing that. They want quantity over quality. I've never been about that. If you're the best at what you do and you put on great matches, granted Roman lately hasn't been putting on his best stuff, but outside of the last 5 months, he was putting on premier stuff. Rollins dreams of having matches the way Roman had against Cody, the way Roman had against McIntyre, the way he had him against Lesnar at SummerSlam 2022. You know, a rivalry against, you know, Jey Uso back in 2020. His match against Sami Zayn. Those type of matches are timeless. They're going to live on forever. It's not just flips and hooks and this and that. This is storytelling. So yeah, I've been saying this for weeks. You want a solution? Have them fight both nights. Have Roman do it 2 nights. Because you know what? He's that guy and he's that type of champion. He can fight 2 nights. If there's anybody in history that deserves to main event 2 nights in a row at a 2-night WrestleMania, it's Roman Reigns. Period. End of discussion. No questions asked. That's the reality of the situation. I respect Cody, but from what I just saw, and I watched the entire thing, the whole freaking kickoff press conference WrestleMania 40 event, he overstepped his bounds. It bothers me, this whole thing. I don't know if it was meant to go down this way, because Cody had an opportunity. He could have just told The Rock, you know what, nah, I want to fight Roman. On the SmackDown that The Rock came back, now what does he do? They hug. He walks off into the distance, acting like he's going to, you know, fight Seth. Then people start this "we want Cody" thing. And then he comes out and, you know, ruins the moment. Let me tell you something. The Rock is right about one thing for sure. The Anoa'i dynasty is the greatest professional wrestling family in history. That's not to take away from the Rhodes and all the other families and the Flairs. No. It's just they've done it for such a long time, and every generation has been an impact. A huge impact. I'm talking world titles. I'm talking tag team titles. I'm talking about putting some of the greatest matches out there. I'm talking about putting on some of the most ruthless matches out there. I get where Cody's coming from. Everybody knows that nepotism is real and people get screwed over. And because, you know, you didn't get the job because the guy knew somebody who's on the hiring team, happens to be a freaking, you know, sibling or family member, whatever. I know what that's like too. But I don't have a problem. It's not nepotism when the family itself is the best at what they do. Roman Reigns, like it or not, is a freaking star. And if you don't agree with that, you're lying to yourself. If you can't see that, you're lying to yourself. The Rock is a star. I've never liked The Rock all that much. He spent 7 years in the company. He did this thing with CM Punk. He did it against Cody Rhodes. Now, I get both sides of the argument, but the solution is so clear. Seth Rollins does not deserve to main event WrestleMania this year. He can main event next year, the year after that. Shit, he can main event 3 years in a row, as long as it's not this year. He has absolutely no place at all in this thing. Because it's going to go down. The only possible solution is Seth Rollins fights whoever. Fill in the blank. I don't care. But the way this has got to be done, Roman's got to go against The Rock, night 1. And then he's got to go against Cody Night 2. And here's the part that everybody's going to like. Roman Reigns should beat The Rock. Period. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Look. If I had to pick somebody to beat Roman Reigns, it would be Cody Rhodes. But I do not appreciate the disrespect from Cody Rhodes to the entire Samoan family. Just now. The Rock and Roman were having a moment. Roman he didn't even insult the American Dream. He just told Cody that he wasn't relevant. I don't know if I agree with that, but one thing's for sure, Cody had his year and he lost. Now he's trying to get this whole redemption story going, which I'm behind. But this is the way it's got to be done. If they do some crazy booking of some stupid fatal 4-way match or some dumb thing like that, I'm going to be pissed. If it's a triple threat at WrestleMania, I'm going to be pissed. If it's a fatal 4-way trying to combine both titles, I'm going to be pissed. And this is all, and I'm bringing all this up because this is what I've seen online. These suggestions from fans. Oh, we should book it like this. We should book it like that. I'm like, are you crazy? Do we not learn from the last time what happens when you unify titles? This is the way it's got to go down. I'll tell you what, WWE is doing what they're saying they're going to do. They have everybody's eyes locked on this. There is not one person that's a WWE fan that's not invested in this thing one way or the other. I am so interested in this. You know what? And I wouldn't even mind a match. Have Roman and Rock go against Seth and Cody. Have a tag match at Elimination Chamber. If it's really going to go this way. Or you know what? Have Roman fight Seth in a one-on-one and have Cody fight The Rock one-on-one at Elimination Chamber. It's 2 matches everybody wants to see. I'm tired of Rollins yapping. I'm tired of it. He is not on the same level as Roman Reigns. Period. Not as a storyteller, not as a character, and not as a box office attraction. Yeah, Seth can have wrestling. Yes. He's a better technical wrestler than Roman Reigns. But everything else I just listed off, it's not even close. Nobody cares. Watch the press conference again. 3 people are a big deal to everybody in the arena. Cody Rhodes, The Rock, and Roman Reigns. Nobody cares about Seth Rollins. Watch it back. Watch it back. As soon as Cody and Roman and everybody else showed up, The Rock, as soon as they showed up, everybody stopped singing Seth Rollins' song. Everybody stopped chanting Seth Rollins. They were chanting for those 3 gentlemen right there. This is how I'm feeling right now. I've been saying it for weeks. Watch my other videos. This is the only way to do it. Roman versus Cody, night 2. Roman versus The Rock, night 1. It works out always. Seth Rollins is irrelevant. Nobody cares. Literally, nobody cares. So that's my take. Everybody's emotions have been high the last couple of weeks, but this is what I got to say on the matter. If you agree with it, great. If you don't, too bad. But that's the reality of this situation. I waited, and I swear to God, I waited. I'm going to cap this video off at 11 minutes. I waited. I thought. I calmed myself. I looked at this objectively. I didn't like The Rock's coming in out of nowhere. Then again, I was live for Roman versus Cody. I wanted Cody to win over CM Punk, but CM Punk got injured. Hence the chain reaction of everything going here. And then we have he who shall not be named has a lawsuit on his ass right now. That put another chain of events going on. So this is what we're getting. And it's great, but I swear to God, everybody's like, oh, it's fake, it's booked. Yeah, it might be scripted, it might be booked. But I swear, it's like in the wrestling community right now, it's World War III. It's World War III. And let me tell you something. In the real world, in a perfect world, The Rock should have fought Roman Reigns 2 years ago. That title should never be made for Rollins. That's the way I feel about it. I mean, what's the point? Yeah, he fights every week. Now he hasn't been fighting. And Roman's been showing up the last 3-4 weeks in a row. So I don't know what the hell Rollins is talking about. There's nobody to fight Roman until now. There's been 2 challengers. Technically 3. Those 3 men you saw up on that stage, those are the only ones that are even qualified to fight Roman. One of them hasn't been around the company in a while. 2, Rollins is kind of tricky now because he has his own belt. So it's kind of like, it's just really, it's a slippery slope and we all know why. And then, of course, Cody Rhodes. Those are the only 3 viable challengers. Roman doesn't need to be there every week. He's beaten everybody, literally everybody, multiple times. So I don't mind him not being there every week. He doesn't need to be. Anyways, that's what the Montiel versus got for you guys this week. Let me know what you guys think about this entire situation. And I'll see you guys in the next video. It's going to be one hell of a road to WrestleMania.